Yeah, I'm gonna pull in for your Facebook Live. Come a little bit closer. All right, here we go, y'all. 5, 4, 3, 2.
What's up? What's up? I am Jay. We're here on the Jay and the Crew Show on intellectualradio.com. And I am happy to have my crew with me. My girl Olivia, ThatGirlOlivia.
Hey now, what's up, y'all? Deuces.
And my other homegirl, Peek of the Slime. What's up?
Peek of the Slime, yo.
What's going on? How was y'all weekend? What's going on?
My weekend was amazing. I had a fantastic weekend. I covered the Global Ball. I went to Command the Room with Peggy Riggins. She's like absolutely amazing.
Really?
Like Command the Room, it was black CEOs in the room. There was
wow.
oh my God. Janet Wright Good was in there. She's a millionaire. She's a black woman. She's a coach. She's a spiritual coach. Like, she's super dope. Hugh Johnson was at the place. And then Peggy Riggins. Like, I mean, these were some amazing black women that were in there, and they were doing their thing, and they were teaching us, and they were willing to share their information. And I thought it was pretty awesome.
But we need that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did that.
Yeah.
What about you, Peek? What's going on?
Me, I had an up and down weekend. You know, I had a good weekend for sure because I'm working with an artist, and we had a nice little photo shoot. We had got some things done, so I'm good that my weekend was productive, and I picked up on some slack that I needed to be picking up on, so I'm glad for that. How about you?
Man, you know what? My weekend was very, very productive. I just kind of relaxed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I needed that. I needed to relax. I didn't really do anything, just chill with the fam, you know what I'm saying? And that was it. You know, we had this thing at church, it was a convocation, had all the churches together, and it was like real fun to see like a lot of people that I haven't seen in a while. So big up the Liberty Temple. So what else going on?
Yeah. So what about, okay, so we had all a great weekend, right?
Oh, man.
What how about these topics? Because for me, I want to say, first of all, shout out to Nipsey Hussle, because you know I'm from California.
Happy birthday, Nipsey.
So I want to say happy birthday to Nipsey Hussle. That's my little
happy
news
birthday,
right
Nip.
there. Lauryn Hill is doing her thing for him.
Oh,
She's like really going out her way for him. She's actually a really great wife. I'm sad for her that she lost him. But Nipsey Hussle is super, like, still missed. And in California, people talk about him, think about him, and every single day. So it's his birthday. So, hey.
But, you know, I want people to be conscious enough. You know, we talk about him and we know the things that he's done. But I want people to not be him, but try to do the things that he did, you know.
In his name.
In his name.
Yeah, because the thing is, there's a lot of people that are out there like, oh, yeah, I'm a Nipsey Hussle fan, and I'm going to do this, and but nobody's actually really doing nothing in his
in the
name.
community.
But he was an amazing dude. Like, for real, the foundation that he laid, if his people was for real, they would just pick that back up and do it in his name. Instead, they want to go and they want to sell shirts, and they want to go and get hats. But why don't you just pick back up what he was doing and do it in his name and do it the right way so that you can continue to get the complete community support, because community support, I got
Well, you know, I think the mindset of the people right now is not on that level. You know, I'm not saying everybody is like that, but I think the mindset of the people, they need to understand what it takes to be that way. You know, the mindset has to change, the heart has to change. For people, time out for all the gang banging and everything. Let's come together. Let's do something that was real. So, what else we got? My girl.
Pika, what you got up?
Yo, so for these little news topics, I have for the people who love house music. This Saturday from 2 to 6 p.m., there is a house music party for the Rooftop Palooza. They will be giving you one complimentary drink, and when you enter, you have $7 cocktail vodkas, you have red wines, and $7 red wines and white wines, and for the first hour, you will have free food. So please don't miss out on that. If you love house music, get there. You know, it's going to be real fun, and, you know, just get there. It's going to be a great event.
I might go to that. I love house music.
I'm trying to learn how to love house music, to tell you the truth.
People from Cali don't know about house music.
Well, I'm going to tell you the truth. What happens is, in California, like, the house music is like,
Hell no.
oh, that's rave music. Like,
No,
when
no.
you come here to Chicago and people say, oh, I like house music, we're thinking like rave music. And then when you hear it, it's still like dun, 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 dun. Like,
Hey, you know what? I'm
wow.
gonna tell you, house music is like gospel music.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
It doesn't sound like it.
It don't sound like it. But house music is like church music. It's like gospel music because I don't care how tired you are dancing. It could be a certain part of a house song that comes on, and you will throw your hands up, boy. You be getting it. I mean, you.
No, okay, you know what?
Yes.
Actually, I could feel you on that because there's one song that you guys play out here that I have grown to love.
What's that?
And if you don't know it, you're crazy.
What is
because what you say? What you
No,
say?
no, no.
How it go? How it go?
Yeah, house music definitely
Say
takes
the
the
song.
soul.
Say the song.
It
Say the
sound
song.
like it go like this. It go like oh, what you say? Hey, hey, what you say? Hey, hey. If y'all some house heads out there, y'all need to know this song and go to this
She thought she had
event.
the words.
I know.
I'm just saying that song actually, that song made me fall in love with the thought of how it's like.
But you know what? You got to get that groove. You got to throw your hands up and just close your eyes and love it. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. You got to close your eyes with house music and just feel it. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta let the house music take your body, cause house music make you. I don't care how bad your day is. You
I'm
hear
telling you,
something.
love yourself.
You be.
First, your chest get to moving.
Or the shoulders, my shoulders.
You know what I'm saying?
like
You throw your hands in the air. So that's good. We got our topics.
Yeah, so let's recap. So last week you guys know that we was here. This is intellectualradio.com, Jay and the crew. I am that girl Olivia. This is Jay and this is Peak of the Slime. And you guys are tuned in to Jay and the crew on intellectualradio.com. Last week we hit it, you guys, with this toxic relationship topic. We wanted to know how you felt about toxic relationships. How do you get out of a toxic relationship? We gave 7 amazing tips about how you can be able to just love yourself a little bit more and be able to move forward and be a little bit more successful in your life and be able to eliminate some of those toxic people. This week we got a dope show going on.
Man, it's going to be cracking.
Dope. Like, I don't know if you guys have started to love us a little bit, but I'm starting to love us a lot. But anyways, that's my thought. Anyways.
I love everybody.
So our topic of the day is old school versus new school.
And if you old school, you know you better chime in on this one. Give us a call. Our number, if you want to call, is 708-223-8953. Y'all know y'all better chime in on this one because the old school versus new school ain't got nothing on the old school.
New school never got nothing on the old school, but at the same time, they
something.
do have a lot to offer, maybe. But I have a lot to say about it. Jay got a lot to say about it. Pika got a lot to say about it. We're going to come back in a little while. And it's more to just old school versus new school. There's a lot of different topics that we can touch on with old school versus new school. So y'all come up with your thought process, and I'm going to come up with my thought process, and they going to come up with theirs. I don't know what it's going to be. But we'll be back in a little bit. I'm that girl, Olivia, and this is intellectualradio.com.
Jay and the crew.
Deuces. Oh, everybody laugh a little bit.
Oh, man.
Great show so far.
You need to bust
Thank
that
you guys so
down for
much for tuning in on Facebook Live. If you go to our
Yeah, my
house.
boy, you got some
Kevin
chicken up
White.
there for playing.
7:13. It's a little bit after.
Before.
Huh?
It's all right.
Okay.
We'll roll it.
Okay, sorry. I kept trying to look at his time. You gotta keep this up for me so I can see it because he got my
What you gotta
phone.
do is you gotta...
Never mind, I'll pay more attention. I was like, oh, I got time.
Okay, because I couldn't look at his phone. Yeah, sorry.
when it go out, just tap it twice.
Okay. Hey, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I am that girl, Olivia. This is Jay and the crew.
Hey, y'all, what's going on? We glad y'all tuned in. We got a dope show for y'all today. So stay tuned. Stay locked.
Okay, make sure you guys go to intellectualradio.com on the YouTube page, like and subscribe, say hi, and do all that good stuff because that's where we're going to really be at. You can hear all the music, you can hear everything that's going on, and it's a great show. And then it's going to show up on iHeartRadio, so I really just appreciate all y'all support. If you want your business to be mentioned on this show, and again, this show does play on iHeartRadio, you need to support us. That's what it is.
And if your phone screen broke, you can always go to Spreaker and listen to it. So y'all make sure y'all do that.
And what's the speaker? Tell them what the speaker is.
Oh, Spreaker's where you can listen to the show. You don't watch it, you listen.
So it's like an app. So
Yeah.
intellectualradio.com, J and the crew. Hey everybody, who's saying hi? Who's saying hi? Who's the people?
Ain't nobody saying hi now, man.
Oh.
Well, hi everybody, just in case. But y'all call in. Y'all get on there. Y'all call in. Let us know how you feel. This gonna be a dope show today. The topic is off the chain. Watch this.
What are you clicking on? All right, we'll come back. 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right. We are back on Jay and the Crew. Today, Thursday, we got a dope topic for you. Olivia, break it down.
Okay, so the topic of the day is old school versus new school. Now, we can talk about a lot of different types of old school versus new school. We can talk about the way that they were raised. We can talk about the music that we all listen to and how it's being listened to. We can talk about the food that we eat. Like old school people eat this kind of food. New school people eat this kind of food. Everybody wants to be super healthy now. Back in the day, people was eating
whatever they want,
chitlins and all that other stuff.
Anywho,
we can okay. But there's a lot of different old school versus new school. For us, we got 3 topics of the day.
I know one thing that stands out for me being an old school.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday morning cartoons.
And cereal. They don't eat cereal no more.
Sugar Pops. Hey, you know what? I didn't like Sugar Smacks.
I object.
No. I didn't like Sugar Smacks because, we had roaches and I ain't want...
I swear, Sugar Smacks look like roaches, man. I still believe that to this day.
We had roaches and I didn't want to think like I ate some roaches. You know what I mean?
I used to love me some Corn Flakes and vanilla ice cream. With a little bit of milk. Yes, all together. Or Captain Crunch with some vanilla ice. You got 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream, and then you pour a little bit of milk, and then you have your Frosted Flakes or your Captain Crunch.
That's pregnant food.
I ain't never been pregnant.
I feel like this should be a recipe show instead of old school version.
No.
Let's jump into this. So the topic of the day is old school versus new school. Our first topic is music. How do we feel about the change of music versus old school?
I don't like it.
Versus new school.
Personally, me being an artist, I can't say most of the iconic people came from the old school millennium and generation. I don't know what's going on with this mumble rap and I rap about money, cars, clothes, and whatever catchy, I'ma just listen to.
But see, back in the day, we didn't rap about. We rapped about partying and having fun and things like that. It wasn't I'm gonna shoot you in the face and all this kind of stuff. And we didn't have a whole pop.
And it was about if you really had the money. They was rapping about money and cars and stuff, but that's because they actually did have it. Like now, it's just a facade. It's rented, it's borrowed, it's, lended, or however you guys want to say it, but it's not real. The music is different, the industry is different. And
I remember rappers, they didn't have all these gold chains. They had they called it dookie ropes.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had these big dookie ropes and they walk around and they had like LL had his Kangos and they had Adidas suits and they had these but these guys, they what's this dude walking around with no shirt on?
And tight pants.
Is that A$AP Rocky that walk around with no shirt on? Mm-hmm. What you walking around with no shirt on, bro? We don't want to see your chest. That don't make no sense.
I mean, honestly, I would have to object on that because it depends on the situation. If it's Lyrically Lemonade where it's a summer smash where it's outside and you performing this hot, you going with the performance.
You at an award show.
But even in the old school awards, BETs, and all of that.
No, back in the day, they knew when it was time to show up. Old school, we knew that there was a time and place for everything.
That's right.
We knew that when you show up to church, you dress this way. And when you go to school, you dress this way. And when you go to a club, you dress this way. We knew that there was a time and a place for everything. Right now, the new school, they I'm going to do whatever
they go to church They can take a communion let me have 3 of those.
Mm-hmm.
at communion time.
Yeah, and they dress whatever they would wear to the club is going to probably be the same outfit that they wear to church or even on a job interview because they don't have no differences with stuff because they be like, I am what I am, this is what I do. But at the end of the day, back in the day, we knew that there was a time to change up. And the respect level has changed when it comes to even with the music. You can be driving down the street and new school, they'll drive down that street and they have their music blasting. They pull up on the side of a granny and they turn their music up louder.
Well,
old school, we turn that music down because we know that may be somebody that my mama knows.
Well, you know what? I am
but
guilty.
The generation has changed.
I'm guilty of having my music bumping. And next to, I would let my window up because I've had sounds in my car back in the day. But I would let my window up and I would be like, man, I'll turn it down next to, somebody's grandparent or something like that. So, yeah, that has changed. But even like NWA, like when NWA first came out, they talked about what they knew. They talked about the struggles that they had in their communities. They talked about those things. These guys ain't talking about no struggles in their community.
Nope. They talk about how they gonna kill everybody.
I would like to object. So we can't just say all artists because it's not all artists that are like this. We still have some good artists like YB and Cordae. He is a really, really good old school, new school rapper. And he doesn't has a lot of popularity. Like, you would hear probably like Young Boy or somebody that talks about all just killing because the lifestyle is more so about. Like, music more so is about popularity and what's trending. And it's not about really lyricism and actually telling the story like it used to be.
What happened to songs like Sweet Love? Calling out your name.
Or like Tony,
Anita Baker, Sweet Love. See, I don't know about that. That's Anita Baker.
That's a little bit more old school than me. Hey, he's telling his age now.
Hey, I don't care. Anita Baker, you all right with me. 1986, baby.
Well, and then even back in the day with our music videos actually used to match the video. Like, when you sat down to watch it, you was excited to watch the video because you wanted to see the story.
Right.
You wanted to see the story unfold right in front of your eyes. Now, they talk about partying and then the girl in the bed sleeping. But
you got to pull your pants down. You got to pull your pants halfway down and, you take your shirt off. The rappers be... And, you don't know what they be talking about.
Wait,
no, they don't even pronounce it.
Wait, but that's not all new school because in some of them gangster rappers back in the day, they used to have a little big old flare out drives with them pants hanging down.
Only Hammer did that. But guess what? Hammer pants wasn't half off his tail either. Yeah, that's Hammer was all right.
But the thing is, with the music video thing, it connects back to the music because the thing is, if your music don't have a story, you're not really focused on lyricism. It's like, okay, it doesn't really, it's no story to tell within the video. It's just whatever goes with whatever. If I'm talking about guns, then I guess we go flash guns.
That's right, all day long.
All day long, and that don't make no sense. If you guys just now tuned in right now, this is intellectualradio.com. Thank you so much for tuning in to intellectualradio.com. We are talking about old school versus new school. The first topic under old school versus new school is music. And the change. Oh, wow. And how it changed. If you have an opinion about how it's changed, call in at, what's the phone number again?
708-223-8953. Y'all need to call in. If y'all got something about the old school or the new school, old school people, I need y'all to call in. New school people, I need y'all to call in. Let us know how you feel about the old school and new school. We're going to take a break.
No, we're not.
We're not? Why?
Because I still want to talk.
Okay. I don't want to talk, but we're going to take a break. Yeah, we're going to take a break.
Okay.
And when we say she want to talk. She sound like my kid. I want to talk. All right, so when we come back, Jay the Crew, intellectualradio.com.
Okay, that was good. That was really good.
But you're like, I want to talk.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm telling you about sweet love.
Yeah, you killed them with that one. Okay, so when we come back, we're going to talk about fashion. We're going to jump right into the change of new school versus old school fashion and stuff like that. But I kind of want to go back a little bit on the music because we want to talk a little bit about the fact that the industry's changed. Right? You want to just dabble on the industry, or do you not want to dabble on the industry? You want to just go straight to fashion? Okay. Right. No, not yet. Not yet. What time is it? I can't look at your clock to know what I'm doing. Okay, it's fine.
Thank you. pulling. Like when I,
Is it?
it's cool. I can manage it though.
You don't have to wear that.
Yeah, but you can hear yourself, so it makes it feel better.
Yeah. Especially when I sing.
Yeah. I just don't sing one of them.
You like to get that note, huh?
I'm sleeping.
Oh, say hi to your people.
Hey y'all.
No, but
Christina.
click wave to them so that they can stay
Hey.
on.
How y'all doing?
Hey guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is intellectualradio.com. I am ThatGirlOlivia. This is going to show on iHeartRadio.com. You guys, oh my God, so you guys go over there. But if you guys have any questions or if you want to tune in, if you want to call in, the number is 708-223-8953. That's the number right there. Call in. I'm that girl living. This is Jay.
We in the stand-up studio.
Yeah. You guys. Hey, Oriana, I see you, girl. Miss Smoker B.
Hey, Oriana.
And Stacy and Miss Peggy.
Let's go. My ass to see.
5, 4, 3, 2.
All right. We are back on the Jana Cruz show. And we are talking about old school versus new school. So if you want to chime in or you want to call us, 708-223-8953. My girl Pika, what you got?
Yes. Okay, so the topic we bringing back in is old school versus new school, and we're talking about fashion. Now, me personally, I feel like everything repeats a cycle, but as far as fashion and being able to express yourself, I feel like we've came a long way because, like, stuff that we're wearing now, back then you couldn't wear that because people would judge you or look at you like you crazy. So, like, more so expressive, like, back in the day, crop tops was considered like, like a little too much skin, and people used to get judged for wearing stuff that was a little too much showing because like your mama should have taught you better, or that's a little too much. You was considered fast wearing stuff like that, real tight jeans and jeans with the holes in it. That was a little too much back then, but now you could wear it and it's okay. Like, not all the time, not for everybody, but I know personally when I used to go to my friend's house and I had it on the crop top or something, sometimes they mama used to be looking at me like, look, who the girl this is?
Well, I know for me, fashion has changed because, we had LA Gears, we had LA Gear boots, we had LA Gear shoes, we had, what's called British Knights. If everybody know about British Knights, the shoes, but Nike just totally took that over. Mm-hmm. And then, we had a lot of things. We had slip jeans, we had cross colors, we had everything you could possibly think of. We used to have a store called JW. You remember JW?
Yeah.
Where you can buy like 2 for $10. Like you buy a pair of pants and a shirt for like $20.
We had a JW in California too. And back in the day, girls, when we used to dress, our clothes was not like skin tight. Like we wore baggy jeans, and we did wear halter tops, but we wear the baggy jeans with the sports bra, with the big old jersey. Like we still kind of left a surprise. Nowadays, ain't nobody leaving no surprise. They like, here, this is it.
And you know what? Also, you remember that? You said you remember the store JW, right?
Yeah, we had one in California.
How come the buttons they used to break off? The buttons used to pop off on your pants. And my mother wasn't rich, so I used to have to wear a belt around my pants because the button was broke off. But the button.
You just have to, when you get them, what you have to do is you have to make sure that you give them to your grandma, and you have her sew in an extra couple of stitchings. That way you stay on. That's just how it works.
For y'all people from Chicago, we ain't talking about California because only thing they had back in the day in California was police problems like we got now.
Whatever. And you know what? My aunt was in the Rodney King riots, and she was one of the juries. So to talk about our problems.
Shout out to Olivia's aunt. She's amazing.
And then Rodney King got out of jail, and he got out of trouble, and then he did something else. Okay, but anyway,
so back to the fashion. Back to fashion.
Okay, so I remember going to school. I remember the fashion, like we would go to school and we couldn't go shopping with my mother to get our school clothes.
Well, why?
Whatever she bought, that's what you gonna wear.
Exactly. Oh, okay, yes. Okay, back in the day, you're right about that. So I was selling cars, right? And I feel that, oh my God. So people would show up and the parents would be like, what kind of car do you want? I'm looking at them like, how do you have an option. Back in the day, there was no
There was
option.
no option.
It was, this is my money, and this is what you're driving. But now, the youngsters be like,
I don't want that.
I don't want that. That's not good enough. And the parents be breaking their neck to please them, and then they kid turn around and kill 50 people. Like,
Can I tell y'all something real quick? My mother, you know, we had Payless shoe stores.
And Kmart.
But my mother bought me some shoes. They was called Jordashes, right? Mm-hmm. And they had snake skin on it. I thought I was cold going to school, boy. Let me tell you something. I went to gym class with them shoes on. And first of all, it sounded like I had on church shoes when I walked. Because they were so hard, they was biscuits. Remember they called them biscuits? And they walked, they were like that. Every time I stopped with the basketball, dude be like, traveling. And I'm like, I ain't traveling. They be like, man, change your shoes. I ain't had no traction on the bottom of my shoes. They laughed, and I said, man, these snake skin. They was like, dude, we ain't picking you no more. I was sliding across the floor like, skirt, skirt. They were like, traveling. I was like,
I ain't even traveling. I'm just trying to stop. The shoes kept going.
I didn't get my first pair of name brand shoes until I was older. But, you know, that's like old school versus new school. Because these kids now, you know, the parents will go broke.
Yes.
Trying to buy kids stuff. My mother and father wasn't having that.
No. But that's how they show love nowadays. They're like, okay, we don't spend time with you, so we gonna get you these materialistic things.
And kids be dumb. They dress nice, but they dumb.
I remember back in the day when you got a pair of Nikes, or Air Force Ones, what? The white ones? You was the freshest person. But now, like, you get Air Force Ones.
Hey,
like,
I was getting Air Force 3s.
And then, as far as repeating the cycle, I do feel like things repeat a cycle, like Reeboks and Fila.
And Adidas.
I love Adidas.
Adidas. That's how we made ourselves feel fancy back in the day, you know, Adidas, just like Target and Adidas, you know, like that was the way that you felt like you was going somewhere special and you was getting something super special because, you know, sometimes you couldn't get Nike Jordans, but you can get some Adidas.
Did y'all have Venture?
Yes, we.
Don't tell me nothing about Venture. Venture, you go in there and get you a pair of pants for $7, and my mama complained about that.
But back in the day, you used to know how to appreciate whatever your mom brought home.
Definitely.
You used to appreciate every single thing, every biscuit that was brought home. Like, it was appreciative because you knew that hard work was put in. Now, the kids don't have no respect. They don't care. And the mamas and the parents is scared. And I don't mean no disrespect for none of the parents and the mamas that's scared of their kids.
They scared.
But, like, compared to old school to new school, back in the day, I'm 39 years old, and I'm still scared of my mama.
But you know what the problem is? The problem is the old school, there's really no more old school because you got the mama, she 15, the grandmama 30. You know what I'm saying? Great-grandmama 45. You know, ain't no old school. Ain't no big mama no more. Big mama tell your tail up.
Right.
Don't you come in here with that mess and yelling and cussing and all that and all that. But see, when you got mama and grandmama, and you got mama, grandmama, and great grandmama going out with the club with each other, with the daughter, you know, that ain't gonna work. Mm-hmm. You know, that's how things get messed up. I ain't mad at young mothers. Young mothers, my mother was a young mother. I'm not saying because you're a young mother that you're not gonna be a good mother. But it's just gotta be a time out. There gotta be some boundaries.
I also feel like back in the day, you like to appreciate your clothes more because when you scratch up your shoes, ain't no another pair of shoes straight off the spot.
We had to take our school clothes off when we came in.
Right.
Our school clothes lasted for a couple of years.
For the school year.
Yeah, like you know that was going to last you. You're supposed to do this. So freshman year, you got new clothes. And then those same clothes that you wore freshman year, you're going to make sure you don't gain no weight because you're going to wear those again.
You hand them down.
In 11th grade, so it looked like it's new.
Right.
Well, I had to wear the same clothes my freshman year all the way up to my senior year.
Yeah, but you appreciated. You knew that there was real work put into those clothes. So old school versus new school when it comes to fashion, I think old school wins because we were appreciative of what we got. New school people, they just not appreciative. If you're new school and you feel like you're more appreciative than what we're saying, then call in and let us know. Object. You know, have you watched one of those judge shows? Object. And let us know how you feel about this situation. And then when it comes to music, I know at first when we first came back in, this is Jay and the Crew, and we are on intellectualradio.com. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are talking about old school versus new school. The first topic was music, how it's changed in the industry, and how it's changes overall, even with society, as far as the way that they let, all the commercials now are more urban. Like, to be urban is cool. Back in the day, it was supposed to be a secret. And now we're talking about fashion, right?
Fashion.
So if you guys have any objections, or if you want to tune into this, if you have anything to say about this topic, please call in 708-223-8953. I'm that girl, Olivia. This is Jay and the crew, and it's going down right here at intellectualradio.com. We'll be back in 5 seconds.
Very good. Turn off ringers, everybody.
I know. What is that? Whose alarm is
That's
that?
mine.
Oh, my God.
You gotta take your medicine. So your alarm went off.
Hey guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Who's on the phone?
Hey,
Let
y'all.
me see. Give it to me. Let me talk to them. There's a lot of
What's
people
going on?
hitting buttons. And thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys like the show. You can go to Intellectual Radio on YouTube, or you can go to Instagram. You can go to Facebook. You can watch the show. Hey, Sin, how you guys doing? Hey, Maurice. Thank you so much for your help tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. You guys shout out to Maurice. He's been helping out all day with the social media, holding up my phone, saying hi to y'all. That's Jay.
Y'all want to hear my song again?
No.
Y'all want to hear my song?
They don't want to hear your song.
Sweet love.
Oh, hey, Endure. Oh, my God. You said hey. I was trying to figure out who was saying hi. Okay. Rashad, thank you. Check out Mook Jones, Miss Manager, President Interview at Mayo, Mook and the... Oh, you know what? Whatever this is, this Mook, make sure you guys send me some more information about that. I want to know. Yeah, Glenroy, Rashad.
I want to hear you.
Hey, Lauren. Hi. I was trying to figure out who was saying hi. I knew buttons was being pushed, but I just couldn't see who was saying hi. Make sure you guys go to intellectualradio.com and like it and say hi. Do all that good stuff, okay?
See, you got haters in the building. Haters in the building.
Yeah, make sure you guys go and like. Who else is on? Oh, hey, Alice. How you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. And Donna and Susie. Oh, my God. Thank you, guys. Roy, Kay. I had a lot of people. All these people, I want to know their names so I can say hi to them. Like when I say who's saying hi, all those people were saying hi. You said nobody was saying hi.
Hey, I said hi and waved at
We know y'all said hi. We know y'all said hi. Don't worry about it.
Peek at the slime. Hey, y'all.
I love him. I'm going to tell him I love him.
Oh, I'm bored. I don't know.
That's our board up. Yep, our female engineer is going down right here in the studio, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Hey, Oreo. Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2.
All right. We are back on the Jay and the Crew show. I am Jay. I got Peek of the Slime. I got my girl, ThatGirlOlivia. We are here talking about old school versus new school, and the old school winning right now. The old school winning.
Yep.
What you think, Pika? You think the old school winning?
I mean, I came up with an old school upbringing, even though I'm the new millennium, so I gotta say old school winning.
Yeah.
Definitely.
See? Old school winning. We got house music. Where I go? How the song go?
Oh,
Oh, you want to laugh at me? Say what you say. Hey,
we got we got house music and we got Anita Baker. They told me not to sing no more, so I'm not gonna do it. I was Bobby DeBarge up in here, y'all. Yeah, they was hating on me, but it's cool. It's cool. I ain't on front. I want to talk about old school education system because I remember when I was going to school, the teacher can whoop your behind. And I remember getting plenty whoopings from my teacher because I was a bad kid. And if you didn't do your homework, you got a whooping from the teacher. Then the teacher called your parents, and you got another whooping. But now these kids, nowadays, they go to school, and I can't really blame the kids. I blame the parents, the new school parents, because when the teacher say something or do something to your kid, you're ready to jump on the teacher because your kid bad.
Yeah.
You need to whoop your kid butt at home. It don't stop at school. It starts at home. And then your kid go to school, and they should take whatever carries on their home to go to school. Now, if you just out there doing stuff, then your kid gonna pick that up, and they gonna take that to school. What y'all think?
I think it's true because back in the day I used to go. Oh man, me and my sister and brother, we went and we lived with my great grandmother back in the day, and we went to a Catholic school, and they rulered us.
That's right.
Rulered
Whooped
us.
your butt.
When you did not pray, you got
Whooped your
rulered.
butt.
When you did not answer the questions the right way, you got a smacking. That
Whooped your
ruler
butt.
was hard, and
Tape
it
on
slapped your hand so hard. Oh my God! And at first we didn't understand. We tried to call home and tell my mama that, oh my God, they did this. And you know what my mom said? What did you do? Instead? But now, when the kids call home talk about mama, they did this, the mama be like, they did what?
Yeah.
Instead of, your child. Come on, stop playing.
Bad.
You know how your child act. You know how your child carry themselves. You know how your child treats you. So if they treat you that way, then how you think they treating their teachers?
Objection.
No.
No.
Overruled.
No.
Overruled.
Sustained. New school, get in here. Let's new school.
Okay, come on, new school.
Now, I do not fully agree with the whole ruler thing, but I do believe in discipline. I do believe that we should, because I still came up in a school system where discipline was very enforced and very impactful. So I feel like discipline is still a key role that kids need in this new millennium. But I do agree with you on far as the parents, because I feel like the parents need to do a little bit more, because as we all know, regardless of old school or new school, it's always been a 50-50 team effort between the parent and the teacher.
It should be.
It should be. But nowadays, the parents, they so concerned about being their child's friend.
I'm not your friend.
And trying to be cool with their child. And they want to be like, nah, I'm not going to be like my mama. I'm going to be cool with my kid. I'm not going to. But I think that the best lesson that I learned is my mom, the first thing that she ever told me was, I'm not your friend. I'm your mama first. Thing. I love you. I think you're great. I want you to grow up to be amazing. But I'm not your friend. I'm your mama. There's a respect line. The youngsters don't understand that your mama is not your friend. You don't talk to her that way.
Right.
Your teachers is not your friend. You don't talk to her that way. Your pastor and anybody that's older than you is not your friend like that. You still got to find some kind of respect level.
Right.
And they don't got no respect. They just go off at the mouth.
I just think that sometimes kids, like I said, at home, because the kid learns what they see at home first before they go to school. I mean, kids are very, very influential beings, especially when in between certain ages. But I think once you get to from the ages of 1 to whatever, because they say 1-year-old, oh, you're just a baby. But no, that 1-year-old will grow up with the same mentality that they had before. So I think from the time that they're born up to a certain age, you gotta pop them for every little thing. Mm-hmm. And people are like, no, you shouldn't whoop the kids. You gotta train them. So
I don't think you gotta pop them for every single thing.
Because you're not gonna be touching their mouth.
No, I don't think you gotta pop them, but there's gotta be understanding. My mama could give me the look, and I knew what that look meant.
Bella, if you don't go sit.
Listen, let me tell you something. This look don't mean nothing to these kids nowadays. They look, mama look at them, and kids don't look at them back like.
You know why it's like that? Because they haven't enforced respect. They haven't enforced their discipline. They're still young parents, so they just let the kids do whatever. Back then, the parents was like, "What? I'm your parent."
Well,
but these kids nowadays, it's not even about the parent. They don't even respect other adults.
That also starts at home, because the thing is, what a kid is taught is what they know.
That's it.
So if you don't teach your kid respect your elders, manners, you can't curse. Don't curse out your elders. Don't do this. You got kids that's cursing out the teachers nowadays. Back then, you curse out your teacher, and your mama found out. Oh, it was going down. WWE.
I mean, so basically, old school. First, I would rather have an old school parent than a new school parent. I do believe that sometimes children don't need to be popped and beat all the time, but I do think sometimes we need to talk to our children. I think that's what's lacking in our homes nowadays, is that we don't talk to our children enough and explain to them the difficulties of life or what we expect from them, and that way our kids go out and they go astray. So kudos to old school parents, but I do have to give kudos to new school parents, because it's hard being a new school parent. I'm a new school parent. And my daughter is like, Daddy, I need this for this. Like, if I could have a cell phone, or if I had YouTube, or anything back in the day, I had straight A's in school.
Yeah, now I must say
Nah.
we have to give that to the new school because the way we learn has been so innovated. It's kind of beneficial to us to know that we can go on the computer and do this because back then we was writing essays and book reports on paper, and now we could go on our phone and voice type it.
And now you don't have to think.
So
Siri gonna answer the questions for you. You don't have to know how to spell anything. You don't have to know the answers to anything because everything is gonna be answered for you. You know, I think that new school is great. I think that new school is amazing. But at the end of the day, they have really taken that microwave society to another level where everything is just given to them. They don't gotta work for nothing. They just expect that it's just supposed to happen. They don't got customer service. You know, and the parents, I think the parents are great. I'm sorry, I don't have any kids, but I do think that the parents are great. But at the end of the day, the parents are using this new school lifestyle to take care of their kids. Instead of hanging out with their kids and spending time with them and taking them to the movies and taking them out to eat every once in a while, they throw the computer and the Facebook and the cell phones and the laptops in front of their kids and say, oh, yeah, watch it. And then they don't even know what their kid growing up because the kid is learning from there. That's why the kid is so dang smart. You know, they learning from a computer. The parents ain't doing nothing. So I don't know how you kudos in there.
I gotta give a shout out to some parents that I know. Keisha Wilkins, Keisha Jameson, all y'all that I went to school with. Y'all some great parents because I see your kids doing great things, and I want to give you guys kudos. Christina, great parenting. You know, I want to make sure that y'all understand that. Tyra, great parenting. I want to make sure y'all know that what I see is appreciated.
But I also have to object that because the thing is, I agree to disagree because the thing is, look, the technology, we actually have to learn more because back then, like, yeah, you had these books, this paper, but now you got to learn more about the STEM, the technology aspect.
But how well can you spell versus a person?
I want to know this.
I mean, but the thing is, regardless of even if spelling is not super enforced, they still need that within their life. So they're going to learn eventually like, oh, well, maybe you can't even blame that on the technology. You got to blame that on the way things are taught nowadays because you got to also look at it like back then, you know, sometimes we got some of our Black history, but now you really get more so of that like, oh, Thomas did this happened, but you don't hear like, more so, you have like one thing that's about Black people in this Black History Month.
Well, I just want to know one thing. What's an abacus? What is an abacus? See, that's what I'm saying. Old school versus new school. An abacus is that thing that they use in math that you count it. They have little beads on it, and you do 1, 2, 3.
Okay, and
it came in colors, and it was red and yellow and green and blue, and then you used to slide it over, and that's how you need to do it.
We had an abacus in our house. Mom was like, you better not use it. See?
But we have a calculator.
And they don't call it calculator, they call it a calculator. What's a calculator? No, I'm not saying you. But new school, they be like, I need a calculator. It's not a calculator.
Yes,
it's a calculator.
I hate that. And then they don't even say 4, they be like 4. What is a 4?
You know what? Whatever. This new school stuff is busting my brain. So when we come back, we're gonna continue with our old school, new school drudge, and you're here on the Jana Cruz Show on intellectualradio.com. We'll be back. About other guys. Let's go. But this song right here. No, it's cool. It's cool. See, nobody knew what the advocate was.
I didn't know that was the name of it.
My dad. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I wanted one of those growing up because I felt like it was better at teaching my kids.
Here, click their waves. Click their waves. That makes them stay on. Click them so you know that and hit that person and hit tag. Where it says tag, hit tag. Hit tag. The word tag. Yeah. Okay, that way it's tag. And then hit the waves. Hit the tag. Hit all those tags because they want to tag themselves too so it shows up on their page. Look at you're doing better today.
Everybody.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's going down, right? Do you guys like the show? Do you love the show? Make sure you guys call in 708-223-8953. We want to know what you think. No, he's going to take it back. You want to take it back? This is the last one. We're going in, ready to get out. Oh, my God, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Share with your friends. Go to intellectualradio.com, YouTube page. Like it, subscribe, and become a subscriber ASAP. Go.
All right. We back on intellectualradio.com, the Jana Cruz Show. We're in the home stretch, y'all. Home stretch. So, I got some people saying old school all day. So, I think, what you got?
I got old school all day. I pick old school just because, one, I appreciate my mom and the way that she raised me. I appreciate that I understand that there's a hat to wear for every occasion, that, there's a respect level, I'm 39 years old and I'm in school right now, and I've got teachers that are probably a little bit my age and maybe a little bit older, but even some a little bit younger. But I understand that there's a level of respect that I have to have, and it's so funny watching the other students, and sometimes there's not that level of respect because they don't really, it wasn't trained to them. And I can't knock them because there's a lot of stuff that I think new school does have to offer. I've learned a lot from them. I've learned a lot. First of all, with new school, that they're the ones that's buying houses now. The average person that's buying a home right now is 30 years old. Like, they understand the concept of money a little bit better than probably us, Yes. Back in the day, I'm not going to lie, like, I really didn't get the concept of my credit was important and making sure I take care of my bills and stuff like that. And the new school, like, I think they've grasped that concept and they don't want to mess up. Like, they see it. They've seen people mess up and they don't want to mess up. So I think they're way smarter when it comes to that. Like, they're a little bit wiser as far as, like, investing and doing a little bit more. New school, there's more younger people with businesses that are booming, that are becoming entrepreneurs and taking it more seriously. Maybe we was a little bit more lax back in the day, but I'm still gonna say I am all day, every day old school because we just get it. And my mom, I at first back in the, I didn't understand what my mom used to say. I've been there, done that, and I used to look at her like, what? But you old. And now I'm her age, and I'm like telling the youngsters that I've seen.
And I appreciate that there's more like academic programs for like kids nowadays, as far as like after school matters, working, and little programs to keep people like kids out of bad situations and off the street. Even though that doesn't stop all of them, it helps the majority. It helps stop everybody from being on the street and just being chaotic. It helps bring our community together.
All right. So, from intellectualradio.com, this is the Jay and the Crew Show. We thank you for tuning in. And I just want to say this. We need to teach our kids to love and to respect one another. We need to teach our kids to respect the Creator, because if they do not respect the Creator, they will not respect you.
And I just want to say, I'm that girl, Olivia. Oh, you guys, we are doing a back to school drive right now. If you have any hand sanitizers, lotions, toothbrushes, everybody is collecting backpacks. Everybody's collecting pencils and papers and all that type of stuff for the kids. So Black CEO, we're supporting Black CEO. They're collecting hand sanitizers, lotions, toothbrushes, toothpastes, socks, boys' ties. If you have any of that stuff you want to drop it off, you can drop it off to me over at 601 LaSalle Street. I am that girl Olivia, or you can email me, Facebook me, and I can give you more of the information. But I'm that girl Olivia. You guys, this is Intellectual Aid, and I love this show.
Yes. Happy back to school.
All right. Happy birthday, Nip.
Deuces. Thank you for tuning in. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Go subscribe right now.
Good job, y'all.
Shout out to everybody who logged on to the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shout out Peggy Riggins. Make sure you guys go check her out. She has the dopest workshops going on right now for anybody that wants to be a Black CEO, like really Peggy Riggins. Shout out to you. Shout out to Stacy. Shout out to Black CEO. Shout out to Treyonda Towns. Shout out to my sister. Bye. She's leaving. She's going on this super big old trip to Africa.
Super big old trip.
Yeah, she leaves today. She's going to Paris. And she's going to be walking around. She's going to walk from Paris to Brazil or something. I don't know. I forgot the details, but it's going to be an amazing trip. You guys should tune in to watch. Thank you, baby, for helping with my social media today. I appreciate you.